forgot to do something. Hang on. Hold the phone. Hello. Hang on. I'm coming. Oh my goodness. I should not have hit that live button quite so quickly. But here I thought I was all ready, and surprise, I'm not. So hang on. I'm coming. Hang on. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I forgot to, I was on a meeting right before this and I had like things hanging all over. Oops, and I just threw them in my water bath. Eeks. Okay, hang on. Whew. It's crazy here today, people. You know, but really, how would you expect anything else from me? Right? Right. We should just know that it's always going to be crazy. All right, so welcome, everybody. We have a super fun project tonight. It's kind of fun, one I've been kind of excited for because it's a little bit different than what we normally do. Just from colors, and it's kind of rustic and Boise and adventuresome outdoors, which, you know, is not really my thing. I know you're all shocked by that. But hello, and welcome. I am making Maria. I'm your Chalk Couture independent designer. Welcome to my live demonstration. We are going to make a super fun transfer tonight because sometimes you need a little adventure in your life, and this is a super fun. I mean, this is gorgeous, and I cannot wait to make it because it's going to be so pretty. And wait till you see the board. I got like all fancy with my painting skills and my distressing skills, and I got handles, and whew, I am like totally going out on the limbs lately. So hello everybody. Hello Miss Lisa, hello Tiffany, hello Miss Carol, Linda Squared is here. Welcome. So if you are new to our little chalking party, say hi. Let us know where you're from. We're very friendly, little chit-chatty. Okay, I'm the chit-chatty one, but we're a very friendly little chalking group. So feel free to just join right in our conversation and say hello. We're going to use an amazing product tonight called Chalk Couture. Chalk Couture is a company that is chalking the halls, walls, accents, and accessories of homes all across America. We were created to be designed, loved, and repeated for every season and any reason. And we bring easy, high-end DIY home decor directly to you. And we do that by offering reusable adhesive silkscreen transfers, Chalkology paste, couture ink, surfaces that you can create on, and accessories to make chalking super easy, super stress-free, and super fun. Super fun. So let me show you what we're doing here tonight. So this is kind of one of my usual round circle boards. But I did something a little bit different with it tonight. So it is painted a very funky brown color, which I have to say, quite honestly, this is not the color brown that's on the outside of the paint container. This is a little more, like when I painted it on, it was purple. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what have I done? Now it dried brown, which is, I really wanted like deep, dark brown. And then what I did after I painted it was I went around the edges and just distressed it with sandpaper. So it's kind of got that rustic-y feel to it. Eventually, you know, the little handles will go on this. So my intent is to make a tray out of this, which is really easy to do. So these are just I want to say they're like 17.5-inch wood circles. You can buy them right at, you know, the big box hardware stores have them in the lumber department. They're not expensive. You can do all kinds of different things with them. I stain them, I paint them. I do this where I painted it and distressed it. And we are going to put this gorgeous transfer over it. And we're going to do this transfer in some pretty kind of cool neutrals on top of this brown. Because I think it's going to look really cool that way. So I take my transfer and I take it out of its plastic container. I save this because my big ones I hang. That's how I store them. My little ones I put in a portfolio, like an artist portfolio. That's how I store my A size and my B size. But anything bigger than a B, so C, D's, and E's, I hang. And I have like a clothes rack on wheels. that I stick them on hangers and I just hang them from there. And that's how I store them. Because I find it's easier, then they don't get, I mean, your transfer is fabric, so you can bend this, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. It's the backer sheet that's paper, so that's where I try to not bend it. But this is a really fun transfer, and it's called Wherever I Go, and then it says go with all your heart. So I thought this would be really cool. Like, I've envisioned this in a cabin, in a camper, on a porch maybe, you know, just someplace kind of cool and outdoorsy. Perfect, I think, for a gentleman, maybe an outdoorsy kind of guy for Father's Day. So this is the transfer we're going to do. We're going to put it on this really, really pretty brown board that I truly did just take sandpaper to it. And I took off all the paint after I put it on, because that's what you should do, right? Paint it on and then take it off. So this is a big transfer. So I'm going to write on the back of it the name, just so I know which transfer goes on which backer sheet. Plus, it helps me remember which side is the back of my transfer and which side is the front. I start my transfer and I just carefully pull this off. I always do this with my transfer face down. It's much easier to get them off than to do it the other way. I take this and I set it aside because I'm going to put it back on there. So my transfer is super sticky. So I'm going to fuzz it because I'm putting it on raw wood that I have just painted and distressed. Oops, don't do that. That's never good, especially with how sticky this bad boy is. In fact, if I had my son stole my big towel today. So I'm just gonna take my towel and touch it to my transfer and pick up the lint. It's gonna make my transfer not as sticky. So it shouldn't have to work so hard when it's time for me to remove it. So I think that, like, this would be really cute in a cabin up north or in the mountains, right? So I'm gonna put it on our big old circle, try to space it out so that it fits, and this totally fits on this circle board. That's what I love about these circle boards, is our D size transfers fit on them very nicely. And if you have seen the Kickstarter kits that came out, one of them is a D size. It doesn't come with a surface, and this would be a really good surface. A very inexpensive surface to put it on. I'm trying to get this little guy centered, but it's not working quite right. There we go. There we go. So I just put him down, and then I smooth out my air. I want to make sure that I don't have any air in my silk screen, because I want to make sure that I get my clean, crisp design. Love the sentiment in this sort of, wherever you go, go with your heart, right? So I am going to just run my fingers around all my little transfer areas, and especially these letters, because I want to make sure that they seal down so that we get our clean, crisp goodness. So we're going to do this completely in neutrals. So I have almond out, I have iced coffee out, I have greige, and I have storm. So all very neutral. Almond is probably, and greige are the two most white. And I just want to kind of go back and forth and alternate. Like, we're going to do our mountains in one, the wherever you go in another, and then we've kind of got our little road. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think we'll do this in the same as we do the mountains. So this and this are going to be the same as the mountains. Then we've got our cute little trees, we've got our road, and we've got our words. So what I've done is I've just thought through what paste colors am I going to do where. So first of all, I make sure I have enough paste colors out, or maybe I have too many and then I need to decide, but we've got plenty of paste colors out. We could throw a little white in. We could do the mountains in white, and then they would kind of look, you know, snow caps. You could do that where you snow cap the mountains and kind of do them in an ombre or in a technique, but I really am looking for clean and crisp. I don't want to do a technique like an ombre or a hot mess. But that would be very cool if we did, and I'm sure we'll make something else with this transfer because I kind of like this transfer. So I think we're gonna do, so I thought through colors. I've got 4 of them. Now my next question is, what color do I want to be the most predominant? And that's the color I'm gonna make the words. So I'm gonna make the words grayish. Okay, so I'm gonna make the words grayish. I'm gonna make our mountains storm. There, maybe we'll do storm in the words in grayish because we're gonna do the top and the bottom in the same color. And then we have got iced coffee for our road and almond for our trees. So this is kind of the color palette that we are going with. So we've got fawn or almond trees, iced coffee road, grayish and grayish, and then our darkest color is going to be our words. So that's our my thought process. So I'm going to open up my chalk paste and I'm going to stir it up. This is what chalk paste looks like. It is not paint. It's a thick paste. If it seems too thick, you just give it a little spray of water and stir it up. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Lay. Hey, Kathy K. Hello, Desiree. Welcome, everybody. So we're actually going to do this in steps because it's going to be super easy if we do it that way. And that way I don't have to have the stress and worry of my chalk paste drying while I create. Chalk paste dries very quickly. And if you squeegee it on and you let it dry while it's on your transfer, when you go to pull your transfer up, the paste comes with it. So time is not your friend. You don't want to put your chalk paste down and leave it there. Put your chalk paste down, you pull. It's not put your chalk paste down, sit next to your friends and have a conversation, or put your chalk paste down and now think, oh, well, what color do I want it? No, nope, nope, nope. You think through your colors before you ever put chalk on. And once you start putting chalk on, you focus like a laser beam and you get your chalk down. Or you're going to do the technique we're going to use, which is paste and pull, where you do it in steps and then it totally eliminates all that stress. So I'm going to take a small squeegee. My squeegee has a beveled side and a flat side. Beveled side is the front of my squeegee. I'm going to dip it in, load up my squeegee like so, and then I'm just going to simply scrape my chalk paste across the silk screen. I'm not painting, so I'm not dabbing and leaving big blobs of paste. I'm actually holding my squeegee straight up and down, and I am scraping it across. By doing that, I'm removing all that excess paste because I don't want to waste it. Okay, so make sure I'm all covered up. I smooth out any lines that I may have or any big globs, and then I simply pull it up. I should have fuzzed this more. Okay, so I pull it up and I set it right back down. And then I just reseal the parts that I have not chalked yet. Now we're going to do our bottom. So same thing, take my squeegee, dip it in. Now this part here has a lot of chalk paste to it. Oh, you're home. How'd you get home?
A friend offered me a ride.
Oh, well, welcome home.
Have fun.
Okay, so I don't have to worry about picking you up.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Love you. Phew.
Say hi to all the lady friends.
Oh, Joe says hi, everybody. Joe was at work. And he was supposed to, I was going to have to go live a little bit late because I thought I had to pick him up, but he's home. Because he texted me and then he said he got asked to work later. So then I'm like, oh, well, good, I'll go live quick and then I'll come pick you up. Well, he's home, so now I don't have to worry about that. Well, now we can chit-chat all night long. Whew, okay, pressure's gone. Joe's home. Hey, Lori. Ooh, I agree, Lori. I'm kind of liking this project. This is a little different, you know, kind of than my normal. First of all, it's brown. I don't ever chalk on anything brown. And it's outdoorsy. Those people that know me well know that, you know, probably not a big fan of being outside. I mean, I am when it's nice out. You know, and when there's a beach involved, I'm totally. But when there's mosquitoes and, yeah, camping, no, Maria is not a camper. Okay, so again, I'm pulling this off like so. so that I'm eliminating my stress and pressure of my chalk paste drying, and I'm just laying it back down. Then I'm going to reseal again my screen because I've lifted it up so it just unattaches. I don't need to reattach the parts that I've already done. So I don't push those parts back down because first off my chalk paste is wet, right? So I don't want to reset it down. But I do need to reseal the parts I haven't chalked yet. Okay, so now we're going to do the Wherever You Go in Storm. We're going to do the trees in almond, and we're going to do the road in iced coffee. So I open up my storm. Oops, got a chunk that's dried. Needs a drink, so I add a little water, stir it up. And again, I grab my squeegee. Take my squeegee, angled side, dip it in my chalk paste, go right across my letters. So this is actually not going to take us a ton of time because this, even though we're doing 4 colors, it's a big transfer on a big surface. I actually find the bigger transfers sometimes go faster because it's really just a lot of covering up silk screen and scraping. So it doesn't take a ton of time to do these. I think we're going to do our little birds in maybe the same color as the trees. So I'm not going to do the birds. I'm going to leave those. Put all my excess back in my chalk paste container. Again, smooth out my lines. Take all my excess chalk so I don't waste it. Just pick it up. Put it back. Whoop! Don't do that. You go, blob. Thank goodness that landed in a non-screen area. We'll just wash this off real quick. There we go. Okay, now we're going to pull this part. And again, I should have fuzzed this better. It's very stuck on. Okay. Lift it up. Set it back down. I'm going to reseal my birds because I do think, let's do the birds in the almond color. Okay, so I pulled it up. So I'm going to reseal where I built, Oh, Lori. That's a great idea. This would be a fantastic Lazy Susan for camping. It's a great idea, Lori. Lori, you were born to chalk, I'm telling you. You are totally born to chalk. All right, so now we're going to do almond was the trees and the birds. Iced coffee, which really needs a drink. Iced coffee is a retired color. It's kind of a darker cream. And it's the end of its life. So we won't be using iced coffee much longer, but it is a retired color. So because it's so close to the bottom of the jar, your paste gets dry faster because there's not as much to keep it moist. So you just got to work them a little bit. They come right back, but sometimes you got to work it a little bit more when they get to the end like this. But there's still a lot of, there's still a lot of chalk in here. Okay, so we got that one ready. I'm gonna stir up our almond. Okay, so now we're going to do almond, trees, and birds, and then our road is gonna be iced coffee. So take my mini squeegee now, because it's, these are little. I'm gonna do our quick little birds. Get our little trees. So my board, I painted. I didn't seal it. I did use a gloss paint. I wish I had realized it was gloss paint when I bought it. So not only was it purple-ish, way more purpley than I thought it was going to be. It was not purple on the outside of the jar, or the can of paint. But it ended up being gloss. I didn't even think to look at that. I do not like gloss paint. So I just painted it on. I didn't seal it. I didn't do anything like that. Okay, so now we have our trees done. Smoothing out my lines. And we probably have enough time to go for iced coffee too, without it drying. So again, I just dip and go. Because this is going to take, this is real quick, easy, smooth. This is not a lot of cutting in with different colors because we've done it very methodically in our direction with color. You could totally do all kinds of different fun colors with this. I can only imagine what you guys could do with this. Creative people that you are. I'm sure you can totally come up with all kinds of fun ways to create this transfer. Like the trees, I mean, you could do the trees in green, you could do the trees in, like an ombre, so you get the green and the white. So I'm carefully pulling my transfer up. I'm just rocking it back and forth. And I set this aside. I then stick it in my sink and wash it off. Okay. Score! Oh, good. It looks exactly like I wanted it to look. Oh, my. So the color differences are very subtle, but they're definitely noticeable. And to me, it looks like it's on a chocolate candy bar, don't you think? Like the wood color is totally like chocolate candy to me. It is so cool. Oh, and I love the distressing along the edge that I did with the sand. So this is just a wood circle board that I painted, distressed it with the sandpaper, and now we have light gray, dark gray, almond, iced coffee, and back to the light gray. So see, what size is the circle? Kathy, I buy them at, the big box hardware stores, and I want to say it's like 17.5 inches. It's it's a D-size transfer, so it's 18 by 18 in size for the transfer. And every time I've done one of these, they fit on a circle board. Any of the D's fit. With the exception, I will tell you, they don't fit if it's a square. Like, there's a really cool locally grown transfer that has a square frame around it. I don't think that's going to fit on one of these circle boards. I'm going to try, because you can do different things with the frame. You don't have to do the frame, or you can mess with how you put it on the board. But most D-size transfers that are 18 by 18 don't truly go to the edge. There's a, what's the word I'm looking for? Not a border, but a space between the edge of the transfer and the silk screen. So you've got room, usually, to do it on these. Anytime I've ever seen these wood circle boards, they only come in one side at the size at those big places. I have seen them in Menards in a 10-inch, but I've only ever seen those at Menards. Which, for those of you who are not local to me, I don't believe Menards is nationwide. I think they're only in a few states, but that is another, hardware type store. So I'm just cleaning out my chalk paste, closing them up while my chalk paste dries. But this is so cool. Maybe we shouldn't put the handles on it. So I got these fun little handles to put on it to make it into like a tray that you could put on a picnic table. And I'll seal it so that you can get it wet. And then you can, put drinks or chips or whatever you want on the board. This turned out really, really cool. So I don't usually distress. So I'm always proud of myself when distressing turns out. Because it's just not something that I like to do. It's not that I don't like to do it. I figured out today that I could distress with the power sander. Why was I killing myself sanding everything when the power sander would do the work for me? So now we might see more distressed things. So yeah, we could totally put these little handles on it. I don't know. The handles are kind of, I might want to spray paint them because they're kind of like goldy. I bought them originally thinking I was going to spray paint them black. I bought them for a different project, so we might have to spray paint those gray or some different color. But this is our fun little project tonight. It's wherever you go, go with all your heart. So what else could you do with this transfer? It's really cute on a pillow, like really cute on a pillow. If you, Kathy says no handles. Okay, Kathy. Doesn't take twice to tell me, Kathy. If you had a kid that had an adventure theme bedroom or bathroom, this would be so cute. I've got a customer that we're talking about putting these on. She's got one of those the toss game with the bean bags. We're talking about putting it on those. What's that called? It's the, you know what I mean, it's the yard game where they've got the big wooden boards and you put them down and then you flip the, you know, that game. We're going to put I think we're going to put this on there. You could do fun things with just the mountains on this. You could do you could do just the mountains and adventure. There's some really nice pieces to this transfer. But there's all kinds of cool things. Like this would be really cool on a Jeep, you know, that thing for the spare tire, you know, that hangs on a cornhole. Thank you, Lay. That's what that's called, cornhole. Yes. Ding, 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 you're the big winner today. Yes, on a cornhole game. We're going to put this on there. She wanted something with adventure, and this is the biggest that I could think of that we have, but I haven't really given it too much thought yet, so we might end up doing something different. But look, I even painted both sides. I don't usually do that, and I distressed both sides because I had to practice. Because I used the power sander to do it. But this is so, I mean, just looks like a big old chocolate candy bar to me. Love the colors. Love the monotone-ishness of it. But it's the wherever you go transfer. Super, super fun. Really cool. That's all I got for you tonight. If you want to send me out into the world, that will help me tremendously. So thank you to everybody who takes the time to share me with all your fun friends. Let's see here. If you wanted to see this amazing product, where would you go? You would go to www.chalkcouture.com/makingmaria. This is the wherever you go transfer. We used Greige, Storm, and Almond chalk paste. Those are the only chalk paste colors that are available. Iced Coffee, which is what we used in the middle, is unfortunately a retired color, but you could very easily create your own color. On those glow pails for camping, stove cover tray for camping, maybe a tiny camper or fisherman. Okay, that would be cute. That would be fun. Yeah, those are great ideas, Lori. I'm telling you, Lori, you were made to chalk. So that's where you can see these products. If you're curious at all about what it means to be a Chalk Couture independent designer, because it is the best thing in the whole wide world, my personal opinion, of course, you can do anything from just enjoying an amazing discount to creating things and selling them. You could go to craft fairs, you can host workshops, you can teach classes, you can go live on Facebook, but you don't need to. There's no rules about exactly what you have to do. There's all kinds of different ways to be a designer. So if you're curious at all about how this might fit into your life, message me and I'd be more than happy to share the information with you, or you can comment curious and I will get that information to you. The Club Couture transfer I'm hoping is going to come in my mail tomorrow. Club Couture is a monthly subscription service, $19.99 a month. A beautiful transfer just arrives. You don't even have to think about it. It just comes in the mail. It's awesome. Comes with 3 paste packets. You get 3 paste colors and a transfer like magic in the mail every single month, delivered without thinking. Can you tell I'm hung up on the fact that you don't have to think about it? I make enough decisions in a day, right? It's $19.99 a month. The new transfer is out for the month, so if you join now, you're actually joining for next month. But this month's transfer, hopefully I'm going to get tomorrow, and we're going to get to create it. If for current club members, the transfer ships on the 5th of the month, so you'll see that charge on the 5th, $19.99 with free shipping. So it's truly just $19.99. You'll see that charge on the 5th, and then they ship those out. So those are coming on the way to you guys soon, tomorrow, right? Today's the 4th, so tomorrow. And last but not least, if you are not in my VIP group, that's where I post specials, bundles, fun things, fun events. You want to comment, add me, and I'll get you in that group because that's where all the fun happens. So thanks for watching me tonight, hanging out with me. Thank you, thank you. I hope you have an amazing evening. I don't like the glare on it, so I keep holding it up. But I hope you have an amazing evening and a great Thursday, and I will be back at you tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. I do a live video every night, with the exception of Saturday nights right here at 9 o'clock. So like and follow my page, or if you're watching me on YouTube, thank you. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then you'll get notified when I upload a new video. So thanks so much. I hope you have a great day. See you guys.